Well, now I got to go to Tyler. So Tyler's about a 4-hour drive from Houston. I walk outside, I'm getting ready to go up to Tyler, and it's raining like you're driving through a car wash. I mean, I get in the car, the windshield wipers go and you still can't see. It takes me an extra hour to go up there. And when I left, as I was leaving Houston, the librarian in the last school said, I need to warn you that the Tyler's pretty conservative, because she had heard me, do my spiel. And when somebody in Texas tells you that it's conservative, it's conservative. So I drive up to Tyler, and I get up there, and it's late. Athletic Shorts has just come out. It's the book right after Chinese Handcuffs. I walk in, and they're having a reception for me at one of the teachers' houses. Really nice. It's all set up. There are administrators there. I mean, it's just a really kind of wine and cheese and get together in a little buffet. And I get there late, so the place is packed. And we were eating and just talking and stuff, and somebody picks up a copy of Athletic Shorts, and they open it up to the first story. It's called A Brief Moment in the Life of Angus Bethune. And she says, what's this A Brief Moment in the Life of Angus Bethune story about? And I said, it's just a story about a great big kid with 2 sets of gay parents. And E.F. Hutton spoke. I mean, it just went dead quiet. I could hear chicken cooking, like 2 doors down. So I said, how about them Cowboys? So we sit down to eat, and I think, boy, I stepped in it, right? And we get finished eating, and the rest of the night, I feel like a tapping on my shoulder. I turn around, but the place is so full, and I can tell somebody wants to talk to me. I can't even figure out who it is. About 10:30 at night, and I'm dead tired, so I have a rent-a-car, and I drive back to the motel I'm staying in. Wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and there's a Denny's across the street. So I go over to Denny's, and I'm sitting there, and it's 5 o'clock in the morning. There's hardly anybody in there. There are a few people. And just randomly, I'm thinking, this is the first time in probably 10 years where nobody in the world knows where I am. The people in Spokane think I'm in Houston. Even the people here think I'm at the motel. And as I think it, the waitress walks through saying, telephone call for Chris Crutcher. And I'm going, whoa, this is like Alfred Hitchcock-like. So I go over to the phone, and it's the woman who had invited me up there. And she said, Chris, I'm so glad I found you. She said, I tried to get a hold of you last night, but you had to leave. And she said, when you're talking to the kids today, when we're in the auditorium, and we're going to have a lot of kids in there, like when you're doing your speech, my pancakes are getting cold. I'm going, what? And she said, you're not going to be, like talking about the homosexuality, are you? And I said, I don't think so. I said, I'm talking about some different stories, so unless somebody asks about it, I knew where I was. And she said, oh, what a relief. She said, here in Tyler, we don't mind the rape and incest so much. And I went, whoa. I said, well, I'll be sure to talk about rape and incest. I was going to talk about swimming. But I walked away from it understanding that there's no way in the world that even if I wanted to write the story that wasn't going to offend anybody, I wouldn't be able to choose what did and what didn't. I wouldn't know. And I know what she meant. I mean, I know it wasn't as blatant as what it sounded like when she said it. But I also know that there was something real there. So at that point, it was just like I can go off and I can kind of, write any kind of story I want to.